Good afternoon. Um, Today is the 7th of May 2025. The time now is 1:47 p.m. And so what I want to talk about is what happened this morning. I was trying to video because when I woke up, which I'm always under attack when I wake up, no matter what time it is. If I fall asleep, they'll attack me, which they attack me when I'm not asleep, but mostly when I'm more severe when I'm asleep. And so I was trying to show how that sun, fake sun, shines right at the camera, right, no, well, really right at my bedroom. My camera just happened to capture it, but the light come off cloudy, and the camera that's at the end of the house, it do the same thing, with the sun be shining towards my daughter's car, and the light be cloudy there too. So anytime I try to record it, they'll take it back, make it where it's not put. I don't know. I don't understand exactly how to say it, but anyway, let me cut it up. But anyway, I looked at the video because when I first posted, I didn't look at it. So I went back and I looked at it, and I saw that part of it didn't have any sound. And how, I don't know what was going on with that, why the sound was going out. But I'm seeing that these people, they be having access to my computer and to my security system, because when today I had to delete my password. I know it good 5 times, because when I'm trying to type in my password, they cause me to misspell it. Like if I press an A, they'll make 2 A's come up, 3 A's or something like that. When I try to delete one of the A's off, sometimes it'll delete all both of them. And it's some it's just really foolishness, and I don't have time for foolishness. I don't feel like dealing with fools. I really don't feel like dealing with fools. I really don't, because these people is trying to make us sick as possible, and trying to make us as unhealthy as they can make us. And look at my face, how round it is and how fat it is. This is what they doing to me. This is not coming from me eating. This is not coming from anything but what these people do to me every single day for the last 7 years. They was attacking me before then. I've been on an attack for a long time, because I do believe they began to attack me back in the 80s. I started having problems with my heart waking me up out my sleep. I could be asleep and my heart would be beating so hard till it would wake me out my sleep. And I could see my body jerking from my heartbeat. And I started hearing voices back in the 80s. Would sound like my mama. But my mama died in 74. This was in the 80s. And so I knew about my mama voice, and sometimes I could hear like somebody rattling pots in the kitchen. They were trying to make me go crazy, but it didn't. It didn't. And I didn't know I was being gang stalked until I moved in this county here, which was in 2000 and can't remember, it was 15 or 16. We've been up here 9 years, going on 10. And that's when I realized, but how I found out I really was being gangsta was through this pastor. I started doing research, trying to find out what was happening to me, what was going on, because so much stuff was happening and I didn't understand it. I thought it was just witchcraft, even though it is witchcraft. Part of it is just a few things hooked up together. Because they're using technology, their frequencies, energies, all kind of stuff. So when I went online, I came across this pastor, and she was teaching online, but she was going through what I'm going through. And so I wrote to her, and she sent me her email address and told me to write to her. So I did, and then she started telling me different videos to look at. So I started looking at the videos, and it was other people that were being gang stalked. And the first two women, one lady, she would sit with magnets on her legs. And she said she had to sit with them magnets on her leg for 2 years before it dysfunctioned, the magnets. And another lady, they both were black ladies. She was showing who was attacking her. It was an apartment, it had a little distance from her apartment, but they was shooting through her window. And then there was I guess she was a psychiatrist. She was from the UK, I think. Then I started seeing different people. Video where she was sending me, and they was a guy, some white guys, and some different race people. And I realized they going through the same thing that I'm going through. And so I just started looking at different videos. Right now I'm feeling I'm under attack as I'm talking. Before I even got on here, I was under attack because they're trying to keep me sleeping. And that's how I feel, like I'm really, really sleeping. But I don't want to go to sleep. And I can't even watch TV or anything. They put me to sleep. And I'm constantly hearing that sound in my head more. And they just got where they just attack me more and more and more. Especially where I sit at. I got a special place that I just sit there because I feel more comfortable in that spot. But they got where they attacks me in that spot. It's like they know exactly where I sit at, which they do. But they're able to reach me more now. When I'm there, I'm just under attack. The whole time I'm sitting there, they're just attacking me. And I'll get up and walk around for a little bit, and then I'll come sit back down. And just like right now, I'm hearing like a sizzling, chimmering, like a bunch of chimes or something. That's what I'm hearing now. And it's because they're keeping this stuff coming to my bedroom. Especially that white dude over the cross. That white dude over there, he just constantly doing something and having stuff coming over here. And he try to act like he's not. But he is. I know, where my attacks are coming from. It's coming from everybody, because you got people in the back of us. They go over there and park and just sit there with these direct energy lights on their cars and trucks. And see, now that the leaves are out, I can't see them as well as I could when they want no leaves. But I know they're over there because I'm hearing this signal, and then the people that live by me, they're constantly sending these signals over here. But we get more and more people putting out videos on Facebook talking about the microwave that they're doing. They're talking about what they're putting in our food. They're talking about one guy was talking about everything. He was on like someone was interviewing him. And she had asked him, how is it that they can, he was talking about gang stalking. Because it's how can they turn family against you. And he was talking about the V2K, how nobody can hear what's being said because people be cussing at people and talking real demonic. And I think one of my brothers may have been a gangster. He lived in California and he moved back down here. I didn't meet him until I was in my 30s. But he was older, way older than me, but he looked young. He looked very young. And he got with this woman that she was from my hometown too, but she moved to New Jersey. They used to go together when they were younger, but he didn't want to get married to her, and she moved down here anyway. And so since she moved down here, he went on and married her. He went on and married her because she moved down here, and he didn't believe in shanking. He didn't believe in sex before marriage. And so he went on and married her. But she took him through the ringers because she was dealing with a root worker. And he told me he believed they put roots on him. But anyway, my brother died. She died. And I don't know if he dead or not, but I know he's a root worker. And he's the grandson of this woman that was named Sarah Murphy. Now she was a big time root worker down this way with people coming from everywhere going to her. But she died too. And so her grandson, my brother's wife left him for this root worker. And he said they putting stuff on his car and stuff like that. But anyway, it's just a lot, so much stuff, and I just stay under attack all the time. Constantly under attack. And so I really don't. It's something I'm trying to do. I can't. My focus is so off until I can't get it like I want to. Because it was something that I do believe God had put on my heart to talk about. And because I'm so unfocused now, and they keep me sleeping. But I'm taking vitamins. I'm trying to take things to give me strength. And the biggest thing for me is try not to let these idiots put me to sleep. That's the biggest thing. Trying to stay woke. Because they attacks my forehead all the time. All the time. I'm looking at what this dude doing on my security screen. I had thought about redoing the video that I did this morning, but I said I can't remember what all I talked about. I talked 50-something minutes. I did talk about this girl that I did see on Facebook, and she was so pitiful. I wished and she's here in North Carolina, and she was saying that her doctor keep telling her that she's not going to make it out the hospital. And to me, it reminded me of this story. What was the name? There was a story. I'm trying to think. He came to set the captives free? It was a story of this black lady, an elderly black lady, was in the hospital, and they were I think she was an intern doctor. And the elderly lady told her that she didn't think she was going to live past the night or something like that. And she asked her why. And she said because the nurse said that she keeps saying she's going to help her go across. And so the nurse came in, the doctor. I think she was like a doctor, intern, residential, or whatever you call it. A doctor kept staying in her room that night, and a spirit came in the room, and it attacked the doctor, held her down, and so the old lady was held a hand out for her to grab hold to it, and she had to, had a time getting to the old lady, but they grab hands. When they grab hands, the spirit. I may not be telling it because it's been a while, some years since I read that book, and the spirit left. But what she was saying that all the doctors, all the nurses in that hospital was witches, and this stuff is going on in real life. But when you try to talk about it and tell about it, they want to shut down your channel or take your delete your video. Because I know my experience, what I went through in the hospital, what I went through at the dentist office. And can't nobody tell me my experience. But anyway, the doctor got sick. She had some type of illness. And so she got real sick. And God told her that her sickness is not unto death. So she went to this church. I can't remember where she went to, but she went to this church and they prayed for her. And she got well. Well, she won't, I guess the sickness was still there, but it didn't take her out. They was trying to kill her. And so witches battles. They battle for power. And they battle for demons to enter their bodies. According to this book. And so the witch that was attacking her, the witch knew about her, but she didn't know about the witch. So the witch that was attacking her, they went into a battle for a certain demon. So when they was fighting or whatever they did, and the demon came, it always come as a very handsome man. And just before it enter into them, it'll turn to its real self, which is really, really ugly. And it went in her, and as they fight for these spirit fights and these fights or whatever they do, and they win, the spirit will go in them. So these were powerful demons that were getting in them and giving them their powers. And see, a lot of these witches, they claim they don't deal with demons, but that's how they get their power, from the demons. It's not them. They just like these people walk around here, they third eye open. They thinking it's them seeing, but it's the demon Kundalini that's allowing them to see and allow them to know things. Because these demons been around for way before we've been around. And so she was in another thing where they will be the bride of Satan. So she won. She became the bride of Satan. But they had to do human sacrifices, and she didn't want to do a human sacrifice. So they turned on her because she wouldn't do a human sacrifice. And so Satan turned on her and beat her up really, really bad, put her in the hospital, according to this book. And according to the book, the witch was in the hospital. And so the same intern nurse, the doctor, was treating her that treated the old lady. So another nurse had told her about everybody in the hospital was witches, but she wanted to get out of it, from what I remember. But that's how the doctor found out everybody in the hospital was witches, and there were no Bibles in the whole hospital. You know, when you go into the hospital, there always be a Bible in the drawer. But if you go to a hospital, they don't have no Bibles. They call they witches. But anyway, um, I can't remember. I think the woman wanted to get out of it, and the doctor let her come stay with her, which all her family and friends were telling her, no, don't let her come move in your house. But she did anyway. And those demons that was in the witch wasn't trying to kill her, but the demons was. They was trying to get the witch to kill her. And excuse me. I mean, they was constantly trying to kill her, but they could never kill her. But the doctor wouldn't stop trying to help her. And she finally got she finally got stopped being she didn't stop being a witch. She stopped doing witchcraft and was trying to live right, but the demons that was still there, because you have to get delivered from demons. You can actually stop doing, you can stop fornicating, you can stop your lies, you can stop stealing, you can stop doing something, but if you haven't gotten delivered from the spirit that's causing you to do these things, it's still lying there dormant, waiting on you to mess up so that it can take effect. And so that's why a lot of people have problems with stopping fornicating, because the lust for demons still there. And a lust for demon wants you to have, they want to have sex. So through you, they having sex. And so they'll try to make it seem like, you the one that's wanting the sex, but it's the demon. And so she has stopped doing her witchcraft, but she didn't get delivered. The witchcraft spirit was still there. So I can't remember. I think they got her delivered from the witchcraft. So they had to cast that demon out of her. So at the end of the story, she had stopped trying to kill the woman, because she was trying to kill her. Because the spirits wanted her dead, not the woman herself, but the spirits wanted to kill her, because she knew too much for one thing. And I think that's what they're trying to do to me. Or my attacks are getting even worse. They really are attacking me really bad. And like I said, as I'm talking right now, they're attacking me. I can feel this energy all in my forehead, because they're trying to put me to sleep. Right now, I'm seeing double. Y'all just don't know how bad these people are attacking me. And I'm trying to stay woke, but they trying to put me to sleep. I don't know how I'm going to get my face, get all this sweating out of my face. Because I be doing some of everything. I make my teas, and I have all type of herb or tea. I did buy me some okra. I'm going to make me some okra water and drink that for a while. And then I brought me some ginger and pineapples. But I can't remember. There was something else I was supposed to put in the ginger and pineapple. I'm about to find the video that telling me what to do. I need to start writing stuff down. Write everything down so that way I'll know it. But I did buy me some pineapple, and I brought me some ginger. I need to start. That's what I think I'm gonna do this year. Try to grow me some ginger, and just every year try to grow. If I could do it in the house and put it where it can get some sunlight. I don't know if it's the sound that I'm hearing in my head, where somebody's sending a signal from somewhere attacking my head, because I'm steady hearing this sound, and it seems like the sound is doing more than just a sound. It's doing more than a sound. But I'm determined I'm gonna try to get this weight off of me, so I can get back into my clothes. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to just stay in a detox state, and just keep detoxing. Don't stop detoxing, so I can get this stuff out of my body, because they're attacking me it feel like they're attacking my bones, my cellular system, and Wi-Fi. Okay. Okay, they just put me. I knew they were gonna try to put me to sleep. They just did. Anyway, there's something else I probably want to talk about. Oh, I was talking about the girl who mama um had stage 4 cancer, and the doctor is being mean to the woman, telling her that she's not gonna never leave the hospital, and it's upsetting her, making her spirit low. And so the girl is trying to get her another doctor, and the hospital won't sign her mama another doctor, and actually put her out the hospital and ban her from the hospital. So she was saying it, trying to get people to help her. And so I had to put my 2 cents in there, because it was really bothering me. It hurts me to see people hurting. And so I told her to start feeding her mama some soursop. And I told her soursop fight cancer cells. So to start feeding her mama, and get some of her other family involved, so that they can help her. And if she can't go in the hospital, some of her other family can. And feed her mama every day. Go in there with some soursop, or get some avocado seed and feed it to her. And get some burdock root. Burdock root actually clean your cells. Oh, clean your blood. It cleans your blood. It do a whole lot of stuff. Witches use burdock root too to make love spells. That was the first time I've heard of burdock root. Was to I looked at this show. This girl was telling me about it, because I don't like looking at certain things. But she was telling me, let's look at it, so that we can learn what the witches do. And that was one thing I did look at part of it. I didn't look at all of it. He got too much for me. I couldn't watch all of it. And they was telling on the video, on the movie, how to make a love spell with burdock root. So the same evangelist that brought the witchcraft to me were in the church telling the women to use burdock root to get them a man. If I got to work witchcraft on a man, he can stay wherever he's at, because I ain't going to hell trying to get no man. And if he can't just look at me and get to know me and fall in love with me, and decide he want me to be his wife, then he can stay gone. I'm okay by myself. It do get lonesome. I be wanting somebody to talk to, but I could talk to anybody. I could talk to. I'm talking to myself right now, looking at me talking in this video, which my daughter said this laptop was my best friend. So I don't have to do all of that. They get men, but do they stay married? I'm not getting ready to do that, because one of them was trying to show me how to get this guy some kind of way you touch a man and something, and she said that's how you get him. But she trying to get me to get this man who homosexual. I don't want no gay man. He actively gay. It ain't that he was gay in his past life. He still is. He just came to church with me. I won't try, just because I bring a man to church, that don't mean I'm trying to court him. He just a friend or somebody. He wasn't really a friend, but he's somebody I knew. He lived down the street from me, and he would come to my house and wash his clothes. And, we was not close, but we were, whatever you want to call it, sociable. I guess you could say that. We hold conversation. We didn't just hang out or nothing. Like I said, I'm not a mean person. I try to be nice to people, and if I can help somebody, I try to help them. But I don't like people messing with me. Now, if you want to see the ugly come out of me, and I'm trying not to let that come out. I'm trying to be good, because I know God see what I do. He's not going to judge he will judge what you do to me, but he's going to also judge for my reaction. So I try to be a nice person. But these people, they just won't leave me alone. They just will not leave me alone. Ugh. So I told the girl to get soursop. Soursop, because I've seen 2 videos with two different women said that the doctor gave them up to die. To send them home to die. And they started eating soursop and taking, I think it's avocado seeds. Avocado seed. But you can't eat a lot of it, because avocado seeds can be poisonous. So one lady said she would eat one 3 times a day. She would eat one in the morning, one in the evening, and one at night. And she don't have no more cancer. There was a man, but he said he used burdock root. Burdock root, he would make a solution, a drink rather. And trying to think what all he put in. Burdock root, ginger. That might be what I did. Why I brought that ginger and pineapple. I don't remember. He had a long root. My burdock root is in pieces. But I make tea out of it to keep my blood cleansed. With other herbs. I got different types of herbal teas, and I put them all in the pot and put water on it and boil it. And let's let it sit until it get cold again. And then I put some honey, and while it's cool out, I sometimes might warm it up just a little bit so it'll melt the honey in it. But I got a whole lot. Now I brought some moringa tea, and I have no idea where it's at. I don't know where my moringa tea. Moringa is very powerful. I don't know where it's at. I don't even know if I got a chance to use it. If I did, just one time, but I cannot find my moringa tea. But anyway, I've been talking for a while now. Trying to think of something else. I've been seeing a lot of people on a lot of video where they talking about this here direct energy, and talking about how they attacking us through the towers. They're attacking our cellular system through the towers, through the direct energy coming from the towers. And on my other video, I was saying that, if they anybody who is a scientist or somebody that really know about growing horticulture, something, because if we grow our own food, it's still going to be contaminated. Unless you got a greenhouse, and then it still may be contaminated. Because that fake sun shining down stuff. I don't know what it's shining down, but at the other house we lived at, we had a tent. in the backyard. And they every day they'll make that fake sun shine down on that tent. And at nighttime you can see sparkly stuff inside that tent. And then this energy's coming out from under the ground. They keep talking about the towers, but they ain't saying nothing about this stuff coming out from up under the ground. And all the stuff that's coming out from the sky. And then they talking about stuff in the water. You know, everything we can try to do for ourselves, right? Depending on the government, they trying to wipe that out. If you use it, you gonna still be dead. This what they trying to do. You're gonna die a miserable death because they're gonna make you sick from the atmosphere. From you grow your own food, you can't say that they poison you through your food because you grew the food. But see, they the one poisoning the ground that the food coming from. So I was saying, you know, if they somebody that's dealing in horticulture and building things, they need to come up with something that's not really expensive so we can afford to do it, to block the sun radiation that's coming out from under the ground. They're trying to really put me to sleep. And I also looked at a video where they talking about the sinners, and they probably a lot of Christian people are looking at it. I kind of the way that the video was going. I would kind of wanted to look at it myself, but see, I'm not gonna sit there and look at nobody do no voodoo. But he didn't say voodoo; he said hoodoo. I think that's what he said, hoodoo, where the actress is really doing a witchcraft spell. See, I go forward with stuff like that. I'm not gonna look at it. But I don't even know if I want us to look at sinners. Because they don't tell you what kind of portals they opening up in your home. And I learned a lot just today looking at the video talking about sinners, and then they was explaining about a whole lot of different stuff that when they doing this stuff, they are attacking us through the movies. And people is not knowing that's what they're doing. So I decided I don't know if I'm gonna look at it or not. But I need to get off here so I can stop hearing that sound. I got to put my thing on so that I won't have to hear that sound. Because I've been talking a while now. Not as much as I did this morning. Because this morning I was showing the old man. He came out, started walking. And his wife, then she came out. Now, they weren't walking that dog before we moved here, not way down the street. Because she couldn't even walk that far. And wherever he walking there, he couldn't walk that far either. He used to walk in the backyard after he went out there one day and just didn't make it back home. And he done lost a lot of weight though, but the woman, anyway, let me get off of here. I'm trying to think of anything else important, but if I could ever get where I'm writing down, making notes though. Talk about what it is that I want to talk about. Ow, ooh, I kind of pain. And I don't know. Oh, my book here. Let me get something for a minute. Okay, so I brought this book here thinking I was buying the book. They have the 88 books in it, but this here just have the Apocryphy. I think that's how you say it. This is Ethiopian Bible, but it don't have like the regular books that goes in there. I was trying to find to get the book with the 88 books, so I had to reorder it. So whenever I get that, then I'll start by posting me reading the Bible. And I did finish reading Ike's, but I was videoing myself reading, so that's why I ain't posted, because I was just reading. But I need to go back. When I get the Ethiopian Bible, I may just start all the way back over so I can see what's the difference in the reading of the Ethiopian Bible and the King James Bible. Is the stories any different? I do know the Ethiopian Bible, the one that I was trying to buy, was have 88 books, but there's another Ethiopian Bible have over 1,000 books. So I don't know what, some of the books that's not in the Bible. They said they took it out, so I don't know if they ever took it out or they didn't ever put it in there. I don't know. I just know that this book right here, this book is heavy too. It's an Ethiopian with the Apocrypha. I think that's how you say it. Hardcover. I wanted a hardcover, and see the Bibles that I was looking at, they was paperback. I didn't want paperback. I wanted the hardback. So the one I brought another one, and this hardback. So I'm just waiting on it to come. So anyway, I really need to get off of here and get to moving or doing something and get this sound out my head. It's really feel like it's coming out my forehead, and my forehead is hot too. So this is because they attacking my pineal gland, and that's what that fake sun is doing. It's energizing us like the bunny rabbit, the energized bunny rabbit. keeping this technology that's in our bodies energized, so they can keep track of us and listening to us and seeing us. They can see us inside our home through our Wi-Fi and the AI and our Wi-Fi router. They see us, but they seeing me through my eyes also. But anyway, they just so much stuff, and it's stuff people don't want to believe it because they're just so crazy and so weird. Why would our government want to do this to us? And then they're trying to come against President Abraham. I don't know if I'm saying his name right or not. And over in Africa, because he is doing right by the people. And then they want to make up all these lies. Trump really ought to be ashamed of him, and Elon Musk, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. I don't care how much money you got. They don't give you the right to mess around with people's lives. And there's so many of our young people dying, and being kidnapped. It is crazy. This black dude on Facebook said that 2 white people jumped out of a car and came after him. And when he showed the car, it was a sheriff car. But then I saw a video with this young dude, the good-looking young dude. I don't know what race he is, but this dude is really sick. He got FBI, sheriff, all kind of police stuff, kidnapping people. And he's a young dude, so he could have been one of the ones that was chasing the dude with the sheriff car. I don't know, but he dresses in the police outfit. They said he got all the attire of the FBI, the police, anything that they use, he used it. And so they don't know all the information about him. And so I don't know if it's really him. or he the scapegoat. Because I'm telling you, that's what they do, and making scapegoats out of people. So I don't know. I don't know if that's him or not. If he doing what they say he doing. But somebody doing something. That's the only thing I know. Somebody is doing something. So this time I'm getting off of here. Because they really attacking my forehead. They really is messing with me today.